Warm welcome back on the AM show on the back of that interaction at the Infectious Disease Center. Very interesting things coming up.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
And getting a full view of what they've been going through these last, or should I say, over the past year.
Yeah, absolutely. And the issue about the post-COVID clinic, I think some of the things that were said there, we probably will have to keep talking about it because you may test negative, but you may also be experiencing some complications.
Yeah.
And so you see that the clinic is rather very busy. At least 20 people pass through every day.
And I totally wasn't surprised, because if you've been there and done that, you know that, and that's one thing we've been reinforcing in people's minds. You don't want to get it because even after you're done with it, you even test negative for it.
Yeah.
It's left your system. It's not left your system, so to speak. It's done a whole lot of things that you're now going to have to deal with in the ensuing months. And for some people, it's much more complicated. The complications of COVID have been very severe for some
Absolutely. One of the things that we couldn't get onto camera was the fact that somebody died out of depression, simply because he couldn't deal with the fact that he had done everything and he still got COVID. So he kept asking himself, how did it happen? How? You know, and it's just taught me a lesson. We've discussed this on the show before. Once you get it, forget about what you did wrong or who may have given it to you. Deal with the fact that you need to get better.
You remember when we had this interaction with the Public Affairs Director of the University of Health and Allied Sciences, Maria Ajura. And if you watched that video we started with, which you saw, she starts with her frustration because she describes herself as a COVID police. She's part of the task force in the university. So she was observing all the protocols, whipping people in line, and she got it.
Yeah.
You know, and it can be depressing. Yesterday when I spoke with Dr. Kumabwaje, he said that, well, fortunately, I mean, I put it out there that I have got it before, and I think the more we destigmatize COVID, the better. And I asked him whether he had got it. He said, fortunately, up to this point, he had not got it, but he knew people who had got it, people who had even observed all the protocols, everything from A to Z, and still got it.
Yeah.
So it's a reality we have to deal with. And something else, Mama, that keeps coming up. People have been thinking, something else I discussed with Doc. I am observing all the protocols. Well, I've taken the vaccine. So the protocols, right now, we need to reinforce in people's minds the vaccines are not 100%. So let's all stay very, very, very cautious.
Absolutely.
But I felt for some of the people you interacted with, the hours they are doing, the exposure and all of that. We really need to, I think our healthcare professionals deserve what they are getting.
Yeah.
But interestingly, just to add this, I always thought that, frontline, it is static. These are the people on the front line. Yesterday, Dr. Kumabwaje was indicating that it's actually fluctuating, and that this month you have someone recognized as a frontline worker getting the insurance benefits and the 50% plus. Next month, the person is not there. It's changed. So those dynamics, very, very important.
Sure. Well, still on the things that COVID has, taught us, and some people using their corporate social responsibility to also give back. So if you had my conversation with Dr. Comey, he did disclose that most of the severe cases, all of them really get onto the oxygen. And here is a company that's given out oxygen for free. They actually started this in March 2020, and they're going all the way until we've defeated COVID-19. Here's that. In fact, its provision is a critical component of respiratory resuscitation around the world. And in the fight against COVID-19, those with moderate and severe infection may require oxygen at various levels. In fact, the recovery of critically ill patients with COVID-19 will require oxygen. And that's why I found it rather very fascinating when I came across a company here in Ghana that's actually giving out oxygen absolutely for free since March last year, March 2020, when we first recorded our COVID cases. So I've come to meet with the managing director of the company, B5, to have a conversation. Mr. Mike.
Hello.
How do I pronounce your surname?
Takwani.
Okay, so just Mike Takwani?
Yes, you can just call me Mike as well.
All right. Thank you very much for receiving us.
You're welcome.
So can you tell me a bit about your company, B5?
B5 Plus is a steel manufacturing and trading company. We are one of the biggest manufacturing and trading activity in the whole West Africa. When we started just 2 decades back, we used to import from small countries like our neighbors, Togo and Ivory Coast. Today we are very proud to say that B5 Plus is a net exporter of all steel products to whole West Africa. So today we are not able to only supply in whole Ghana, but also to the whole West African market.
Great.
So the dream of Made in Ghana, we have really made it dream come true.
Nice.
Today we are very proud to say under 1D1F, under His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, we have been able to put up the biggest prefabrication plant and prefabrication engineering plant. That is, we are able to make all type of tankers, warehouses, anything you name it related to the fabrication, we are able to make it right here in Ghana. So that is one of the biggest achievement which B5 Plus has achieved in the last 3 years. Another thing is that we also started the melting plant. That is one of the biggest also in West Africa.
May I say congratulations, because I see so many awards in your office.
Yeah.
And you've been here for 2 decades, you say?
No, the company has been here for 2 decades. I've been here for 3 decades.
Wow, that's even more incredible. So first of all, tell me about how you got into the production of oxygen.
We are into the smelting of steel products, and that is how we have to produce oxygen for the supply of to our plant. It is required to make our plant run more efficiently and more cost competitive. So that is why we produce oxygen ourselves, and at the same time we also sell the oxygen to reduce our cost. During the COVID time, when COVID hit us in March, the company realized that oxygen is one of the important components. We have been hearing this from that time. Luckily, Ghana was not affected, but we saw that it was coming to Ghana. So company decided that as a CSR responsibility, we'll be giving free oxygen to all government and private hospitals throughout Ghana. And since then, March 2020, we have been giving the free oxygen till date, and we are very proud to say that more than 5,000 oxygen cylinders have been already given out. I think much more than that now. So to the whole, all the hospitals in Ghana, all different hospitals coming from different regions, they are coming, and we are giving this service 24 hours. So you can come anytime, any time of the day, just bring your empty cylinders and they will be filled right away. Beside that, B5 Plus was also able to give away 10,000 food packets into the community, which was consisting of rice, sugar, oil, soap, toiletries and other things. The 1 month package foods, they were distributed into the local community here, so that the people who were in the COVID times, having a difficult times, who lost the jobs, they were able to sustain it during that difficult time.
How much profit would you have made on these over 5,000 that you've given out?
5,000 plus, and I think we would have made $1 million plus Ghana City profits. That would be the sales of it.
So, for instance, I know that you're supplying free to Kolibu. Teaching Hospital.
Yes.
And you've been doing this since
March
2020.
So it is various hospitals are coming. You can come in anytime. Anytime you just come in for any amount of oxygen, and we'll be there to serve you free.
How often do they come for it?
It depends on the size of the hospital, how many cylinders do have. Some people, they even bring 5 cylinders, some people bring 50 cylinders, some people even bring 200 cylinders at a go.
Okay.
So we just do it as and when they bring it, the amount of cylinders.
How long does it take for you to fill the cylinders for them?
It just takes a couple of minutes if it is just few cylinders. If they are many, if they are in the hundreds, it just takes 3-4 hours.
Have you reflected on how this is saving lives? Yeah. Has it occurred to you that you're actually saving lives and not just giving out free oxygen?
I think our main motto was that to serve the society. This is a time when the corporates, they should take up the responsibility to serve the society in this difficult time, So it was more essential because we realized, like if I talk one of the Kolibut times, I receive a distress call around middle of the late evening, around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and they wanted the oxygen at that moment. I have received this call. Sometimes the people who know me directly, they will call me. So sometimes some people have called in the middle of the night that they want the oxygen, and we just tell them, please go to the our factory and bring your empty cylinders and we'll fill it out for you. So I think it is very important that during this time, when the times are really difficult, the corporates, they come out and they try to help the society in a maximum way possible. So we were knowing that if the cost of oxygen was really going high, we learned that some people are even selling the oxygen cylinder more than 100 Ghana cedi per cylinder. So it became very important that we try to contribute whatever we can from our side, making it free oxygen, so that the people who are receiving the medication, not only they are receiving the oxygen on time, but at the same time they are receiving, as oxygen is received free by the hospital, they will not increase their charges to the patients.
So in all, how many hospitals are you serving?
We have, as of, I don't have data up to date, but before we checked, more than 50 hospitals, they have already collected the free oxygen. More than 50 hospitals.
And how long do you intend giving out free oxygen?
We are going to fight this free oxygen till we are able to put the COVID behind. We can just say that we have taken a mandate from the board. We are going to fight this COVID together with Ghana government. I must say that Ghana government has really done very well under the Ministry of Health, making sure that Ghana, compared to other countries, I think we are in a much safer zone. And with this vaccine coming on time, I think it is really, we have done well. So rest assured that BFA Plus is going to be the part of this free oxygen service along with the Ministry of Health till we are able to put the COVID behind.
I'm sure you're aware that after this conversation that I'm having with you and after we broadcast it, a lot more hospitals will probably be giving you a phone call. Are you ready to take on more hospitals?
Surely, we are ready to take it. If you see that, rather we went ahead and put up an advert even into the newspaper, even into the radios, that we are giving a free oxygen, please come and collect it, For us, the motto is very clear that we want to serve. This is the time to give back to the society, and we don't want to hesitate in it. So that is why BFA Plus is always there to give back to the society into the multiple folds. And I think when the things are tough, that is the right time to give back to the society,
And how much is this costing you? We've talked about how much profit you would have made if you were selling all this oxygen that you've given out for free. But how much is it costing
it will be more than
producing?
Ghana cedi, more than 1 million plus Ghana cedis. And I'll put it that way that BFA Plus not only did that one, we also went and supported many organizations like AGI, Organization, Association of Ghana Industries, plus Karaoke Foundation, who were looking after the street children, and President COVID Fund, and many more, wherever we were approached and where we could assist. And within our community, our workers, we gave them, everyone, the food basket for 1 month to all the workers as well. So whatever little we could do. And the most important thing is, during this time, BFA Plus didn't fire any of the workers. Rather, we hired the workers, making sure that we created the jobs. Like we have a lot of land block available. So we went ahead and give them the fence wall contracts and other things, so that at least we are able to sustain during these difficult times and making the lives easier most possible.
What's your workforce? How many people are you employing?
Today, BFA Plus employs directly, indirectly 15,000 plus people.
And you didn't let any one of them go home?
No, not anyone we allow them to let go home. We make sure that we made a payment to everyone on time as well, the most importantly.
Tell us a bit about your factory, because you mentioned the one district, one factory. So what kind of collaboration is going on there?
Under our dear President, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, we are one of the biggest investors in the 1D1F, and we are very proud to say that today the fabrication products, prefabrication products which were imported from other countries, today within 2 years, BFA Plus is not only the biggest producer of prefabrication in the whole West Africa, but not only producing for Ghana, but we are also able to export to the whole West African market. Today we are very proud to say that we are already exported to 5 West African countries, and we are receiving many more orders. So we'll take up this opportunity to request government, Ministry of Trade and His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo to please look into it. The products which we are able to produce right here in Ghana, made in Ghana products, we should put an immediate ban on importation of those goods coming from different countries so that we are able to create more and more employment. Today we are very proud to say in the first phase alone, BFA Plus is able to save $100 million worth of foreign exchange revenue and able to create 5,000 direct indirect jobs. So I think that is a very big number. And at the same time, as we are moving into the 1D, 1F, we are having a lot of challenges related to the electricity, water, and the land reforms. If we are able to bring in the land reforms, I am sure that we will be able to move forward more positively. Today, BFA Plus paid for the same land 2 times, So if we are able to bring more better land reforms, there will be more investments into the country. And I would like to add on that the people who are already entrepreneurs, who are already the captains of industries, who are already in Ghana, who are doing so much, who believe in Ghana already, I think their problems should be listened. And if you are able to solve their problems, I think that once we are the one who already believe, we are ready to do more and more investment for our mother Ghana.
As you're producing made in Ghana goods, some people have said that it is more expensive, the things that we produce in Ghana. What's your experience with that?
No, it is not like that. I can tell you that BFA Plus produce the goods, all the goods which we produce in Ghana, they are much cheaper compared to what you bring in the goods and paying the correct duties. Where the problem is that people are taking the exemptions, and those exemptions, they are not used for the particular projects, and instead of that, they are sold goods into the market. So I can give you 100% assurance that today the goods which are produced in Ghana, they are not only the high quality produced goods, but at the same time they are competitive and up to the mark.
Just finally, and I'm curious, did you have a personal COVID story? Did you have anybody in the family? Because I'm still thinking about how you got to the point where you said, you know what, let's give oxygen for free to those hospitals. Was there a personal experience somewhere?
Madam, I would like to put it that we started this one since March 2020. By God's grace, there was no COVID signals much in Ghana that time, but we've been hearing the stories outside. So it was nothing personal as such, But at the later stage, like beginning of this year, we saw that more of our workers and people, they got COVID of it. But touch wood, we are blessed that we started this exercise even 1 year before, and we continue. I think it was purely CSR part of it, and we felt that it is a time requirement, and we went and then did it.
Well, thank you very much for what you're doing. Because we've also heard about stories where people in critical condition would need oxygen, ventilators, and so it's absolutely fascinating that you're doing this for free. And I guess more importantly, you're committed to fighting this, which means continue giving it until we fought this fight and we've won.
True.
So thank you. That's why we visited you today to hear
Thank you very much.
this story.
I highly appreciate, because your message will go to the more hospitals, and more hospitals will benefit from this one.
Do you have capacity?
We have capacity, madam.
Okay.
Rest assured.